Hey, this is Dr. C. Hope you're having a good day today. We're going to do some of the stuff that I originally had this program for. That is balance, balance. And I am ashamed that I have not really spoken a lot about new techniques for balance control. And quite a few years now. So we need to reinforce that. So I'm going to do a show on balance today, and we're going to emphasize a couple of things with this. Number one, how to test for your balance. Do it maybe once a month, see how you're doing on your exercise program. Number two, we're going to do some basic exercises that will help with your balance. And number three, we're going to do some Tai Chi for balance. No, I'm not a Tai Chi instructor. I'm not a yoga instructor. I'm not a Pilates instructor. We take the best of all of these parameters, all of them, and dwell on how they help you with your balance. Okay, so let's get going. With balance, how do you test yourself? Well, there are several tests that we do. Let's go do them. First of all, first test that we're going to do, obviously, for balance, we have to do the dynamic stuff, balance. You pick a line out. Pick a line out. Okay. Now, you're going to be sitting down, basically. I'm going to sit. What the heck? I'm going to sit. You're going to get up. You need 10 feet. 3 meters, they say, which is roughly 10 feet. Without pushing yourself up, good posture. You're going to get up, walk your 10 feet, turn, and go back, and sit. Now, that simple 10-foot walk should be take you less than 10 seconds, unless you're over 85. 85 to 90, we allow maybe up to 11 seconds to do that. So generally remember, as you get older, your pace slows. That's a normal thing. It slows. And our steps are shorter as we get older. Well, we do shrink a little bit too, so that's all part of it. So that's test number one. What's test number two? Test number two, nice posture on that seat, hands across the chest. Sit to stand. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. We look for about 8 sit to stands. Okay? What's the third test that we can do? Oh, incidentally, how many of these sit and stands? You should be able to do 8 of them within 15 seconds. Okay. The third test that we check is, I guess you can call it a balance test standing. So let's go ahead. We're going to stand. I'll put my chair back over here, because I don't need that for this. So, okay. We're going to focus on the legs. First one, we're going to have feet apart, roughly hip width apart. Good posture, not looking down, looking straight ahead with a nice straight back. And we're going to stand and close your eyes. Now, they tell you need to do that for about 30 seconds. For the sake of time, I'm not going to do the 30 seconds, but nevertheless, you need to be very steady with that posture. Okay, that's the first part. There's 4 parts to this, 4 parts. The second one, feet together and looking straight ahead. Again, 30 seconds. You don't have to close your eyes with this one. Okay? What's the third one? Third one, you're going to take one foot in front of the other. Just like that, heel to toe. Looking straight ahead. And hold it, if you can, for 30 seconds. Doesn't make any difference which leg you put in the front. You can do one on one side and on the other side. That's fine. And now what's the last one? Now on the last one, I'll tell people to use your chair. Have that chair with you in case you need it. You never know. You never know. Okay, so what is that fourth one? The fourth one is simply raising the leg that's furthest from the chair and holding it up. And hands across the chest. And hold that for 30 seconds. Just like that. Now, that looks easy when you see it done. Some people have difficulty taking that foot off the ground. So, what are some exercises that we can do in order to make that a little easier for people to do? How can you exercise all those muscles that you need to go ahead and stand with the leg elevated? Okay? First of all, you need to know, and we're going to get a little bit into the Tai Chi aspect now, you need to know how to shift your weight. Shift your weight. And I'll explain what I'm talking about now. To shift, let's say we want to shift onto the leg that's closest to the chair. Okay? We're going to use that leg. The principle of Tai Chi is to be relaxed. In other words, you don't pull the leg straight like that. You relax. You relax. In other words, they're bent just a little bit. Just a little bit bent. Okay? And the legs should be a little closer together. Just like that. And I always turn palms forward because that opens up the chest, gets more oxygen into those lungs. Okay. Now, we're going to shift weight and be aware now. Shift weight onto the front of the feet and back to the heels. Front, back. Front and back. Once you do it a few times, then you get the idea of the weight. Now we're going to do a little bit of the weight shifting. Now, we're going to shift the weight onto the leg closest to the chair. Going to move over. Get the idea that all the weight is on that right leg now, which is nearest the chair. And on the other leg, I'm going to just touch my toe. Now you can do it the other way around. Weight on the other leg. Toe on this one. Need to do that a couple of times. You got to get used to that. Shift the weight to the right leg. Up with the toe. On the left. Shift the weight to the left. On the toe on the right. Okay, so now we're kind of getting into that shifting the weight. So now we can move the leg. So now we're going to shift over again to that right leg, nearest the chair. Going to move that leg up. Left leg comes up onto the toe. Now we're going to go over to the side. And shift the weight onto that left leg now. Right leg up. Shift the weight to the right. Toe. So now you get the idea that you can flow, shifting your weight like that. Now let's expand a little further. Again, this will be the leg that is going to be holding you up. This is the leg that's going to be all the weight on. Over you go, and the toe. Now what you're going to do with this leg, you're going to go out onto your heel and foot, bending the knee. Going to shift the weight onto that, come back and back. Now let's try the other leg. Shift onto that left leg. Right leg ready. Out, stepping, heel, and foot. Shift the weight onto that leg and back. Very good. So you get the idea of weight shift. Now why do we weight shift? Because we want that center of gravity to help you, stabilize you, balance you a lot better. Okay, so let's do a couple of things now, exercises that we can do. Excuse me. Out with the arms, all the way up. Bring it down, little Tai Chi, all the way down. Back out again. All the way up, we gather our energy, and we come down. Out again. This time we're going to go forward. Hugging a tree. Bringing it in. Let's gather that energy again, hug the tree, and bring it in. Very important to remember your breathing when you're doing the Tai Chi type moves. Breathing in and breathing out. So that's another movement with the Tai Chi. You don't think it's having anything to do with the balance, but it really does. So now we're going to start putting those things together a little bit now. We're going to go up, and we're going to go into the goddess pose. Goddess pose. We're going to go up and down. Reaching up, breathing in. Breathing out as you come down. Breathing in. Breathing out. Now we can take that right hand, elbow over, aiming towards the left knee. Other arm, elbow to knee. Twisting and twisting. All starting with that goddess pose position. Okay. Now we're going to go on from there. Again, with the legs. We're going to try to do it without holding on, but you got that chair you can always hold on to. Always have that chair for safety. So, we're going to go balancing on that right leg, because this is the one nearest the chair. And we're going to lift the other leg up. Lift it up. You're going to go out. You're going to bring it up. Gonna go over to the side. Bring it up. Gonna go back. Bring it up. Gonna go cross and bring it up. You can put your arms out, sort of like an airplane, steadies you somewhat. Leg goes out, comes up, goes over to the side, comes up, goes back, comes up, and down. Now you notice when I do these, I'm not looking down, because that makes you a little less steady. You focus straight ahead on a point, and you keep focused regardless of where that leg is going. Now you can do it another way. You don't have to do it with the leg completely off. You can have those arms out and then just slide that leg out on the floor. Slide it back. Slide it to the side. Slide it back. Slide it back and forward. Another way to do that one going back, arms out again, and focus on weight on that right leg again, on your toe on the left. You're going to slide that foot back, and you make the letter J, and back. We'll do that one more time. Focus on getting that weight onto the right leg. Left comes up on the toe. Slide it back. Make your J and back. Okay, so that is the J move. I know, it's weird, but believe it or not, they are improving your balance because you are able to coordinate all the muscles to do. Okay, what's another type of exercise that we can do? Well, again, if you want to put your arms out or across, depending on what you want to do, we're going to, again, put the weight onto that leg closest to the chair, and on your toe again, on your toe. You're going to raise that leg up. Now we're going to bring this hand in. They call that a golden rooster. Back out. Again, weight on the right. If you want, on your toe, you can imagine that this is connected with a string to your thigh. So when the arm comes up, the leg comes up. Up and down. Up and down. One more. Up and down. Now all these can be repeated on the other side. For the sake of time, of course, we're not going to do everything on the other side, but all these things can be repeated on the opposite side. Okay, let's do a little more of the Tai Chi type exercises. Again, feet are going to be hip width apart. We're going to take our arms out again, and we're going to bring them in. Right hand on top, left hand on the bottom. You're going to follow all the way. Follow that hand. Twist. Follow the hand to the other side. This one comes up now. Follow that one across. Meanwhile, this hand is petting the mane of the horse. Bring it up. Follow this one across. Petting the mane of the horse, coming across. Back up with the side now. Follow it across. Pet the mane. That comes up. Pet the mane. That's another Tai Chi inspired exercise that we can do again. So what's another one? Another one that we can do? Again, we're going to transfer that weight onto that leg again. Up with the foot. Out with the arms. Again, focus on a point in the front. We're going to bring our hands in. Bring them down. Bring them out. And now we're going to come in the front. And down. Back out again we go. Now this leg is going to go to a diagonal out. Heel and foot. Always heel first and then foot. Now we're going to take with this hand and we're going to scoop up the leaves. And out. Scoop up the leaves and toss. And back. Now you can go opposite direction. Scoop up the leaves and toss. Scoop up the leaves and toss. So that is another Tai Chi inspired exercise that we can do. Okay, why don't we go on from there? We can, excuse me, I had mentioned first the things that we can do with the goddess pose. So now we're going to do just the standing routines. And I'm going to refer to my little cheat sheet, because obviously I always screw up and I always leave out important things. Of course. Oh yes, we are going to do our crossover. I obviously forgot about half of them, you know. That happens with age, let's face it, okay. So we are going to keep the weight now on that right leg. Arms out, relaxed, relaxed, relaxed. Bending the knees just a little. Bringing that foot up onto the toe. Bring that foot out again, heel, and the foot. Going to go over the leg, transferring that weight. Bringing the weight back to that right leg again, bringing it back, bringing it back. Total weight now on that right leg. It's going out, heel, and toe, and over, and back, and over, and back. One more time, we're going over, and back, and bring that back again. Weight in the middle, and down. Now you notice I brought my ball today too. So we are going to do a little bit. We've got a little bit of time. So I am going to do a little bit with the ball. Obviously, there was a reason for that ball. And we're going to bring it up. And going to put that ball in between the legs. Good posture, no matter what you're doing. I don't care if you're standing, sitting, always good posture. Now, direct right angles at the knees and at the hip. Let's raise that right leg up, rolling the ball up. Rolling the ball down. Rolling the ball up with the right leg. Rolling it down. Rolling it with the left. And down. Rolling it up. And rolling it down. We're going to put that ball between the knees now. Big breath in. Take a big breath in. And breathing out, squeeze that ball in. Another one that we can do in the hands, up with the elbows. Breathing in and relax. Breathing out and squeeze it in. Another one we can do, we put that ball in between. Roll the ball over, roll the ball back, roll the ball over, roll the ball back. One leg goes out straight. Take the ball in the hand on that side and roll it down, all the way down. Roll it back. Going to do the other side now. Same hand. Roll it down. Roll it back. And back. Unfortunately, we're out of time. So, next time we'll do some coordination and use some Tai Chi for that as well. This is Dr. C. Practice your balance. Have a good day.